Those guys
hugging other people's mail and licking people's steering wheels.
you hate.
Are you one of those people who goes down and starts licking doorknobs and
I'm
stuff?
a doorknob licker.
Ooh.
Come and get me, Uncle Sam.
Those guys you hate.
All right. Red circle.
And we are back, baby. On the break, Tyler just showed me some of the examples of this Sora video clip. And I mean, talk with prompts like pirate ships fighting in a cup of coffee and man sitting on cloud reading book. And if I had showed you these things absent of any knowledge, you would 100% believe that that is a guy on a set sitting on a fake cloud reading a book, and it is all fakesies.
Without a doubt. And you know, the crazy thing about this is the fact that if you were to really sit down and really stare at the video, you'd be able to find tiny little things here and there, and you'd be like, okay, that might be AI. The problem is with the way that the internet works nowadays, when you scroll through stuff, people aren't sitting there and meticulously picking apart videos that they're watching. They ingest a video, whatever they're looking at, and they move on. And so it's going to be really hard to decipher between what's real and what's not.
Well, and beyond that, like you said, Will Smith eating spaghetti was a year ago. What's this going to look like in 5 years?
Yep.
It's going to look better than reality.
Absolutely. Yeah, that looks too real. That's definitely AI.
I do not trust that shit at all, even though I'm living it. All right, Tyler, I want to push another one of these porn buttons, but I'm not.
I really appreciate your restraint.
Oh, Ryan. But I am going to do Welcome to Miami. Tell them what Welcome to Miami is, Tyler.
Well, everybody thinks that Miami is this majestic playground for everybody to come down and enjoy themselves. And, you know, it's a paradise. But really, there's a dark side to it. So Welcome to Miami is our ability, primarily Ryan's because he loves to bitch about Miami.
I mean, it's just...
And he tells you about the deep, dark underbelly that people don't really know too much about.
Well, and I also think that this city, and I'm sure a lot of cities are the same, have such very specific, things about it that aren't, like in New York, you don't have this, in California, it's not like this, and
Sure.
I wonder...
It's specific to the area.
If this one is specific to Miami. So, I will start with a larger idea, and then we'll work our way down. Tyler, do you use a bag at the gym? When you go to the gym, do you bring a bag in with you, or do you just keep your stuff all willy-nilly?
When I went to my previous gym, it was allowed. It wasn't a big deal at all. And now the gym that I go to, they do not allow bags to be carried out on the floor with you. You have to like stow it in a locker somewhere. So what's the point of that?
I wonder why that is.
They just don't want you to get your shit in the way of people trying to work out.
What about your car keys and stuff?
Put them in your pocket.
Okay, I don't want to work out with stuff in my pocket.
Don't bring a car.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right, well,
I mean, you got to talk to them.
As soon as we're done here, I will make the phone call, Tyler.
And side note, I go to 24-Hour Fitness where it's a judgment-free zone. The entire thing is set up to judge other people. They got an alarm on the fucking wall that if you grunt or do anything that they don't like, they'll blare it and point you out in front of everybody.
Wait, that's not 24-Hour Fitness. That's
I'm sorry, I'm at Planet Fitness. Excuse me.
So you have seen the alarm go off?
No, I've never seen it, but it's there.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. That is very strange to me. I go to a gym that doesn't have that. There's no grunting. I don't run into a lot of grunting.
Sure, I've only done that with a very small. I've been to a small gym one time, like a local gym, not one of the big names, and you have the giant fucking meatheads that are in there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all Ryan.
Yeah,
all right.
I hate that guy.
Now,
always grunting. Oh, Ryan.
I love that guy. Now, here is what I saw the other day at the gym. A guy who did not bring a bag. So what you do is sometimes you take, if you're carrying a water bottle, your car keys, whatever it is you have, you put it on the floor and you work out. No big deal. This guy did something that I had never seen before. Now you tell me if this is specific to Miami. He had a water bottle, he had his car keys, and sitting on the floor as he was doing his dips and walking around, a stack of cash. just a giant stack of cash that was folded over once, that was splayed out in front of everybody. Had to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars sitting on the floor there at his feet.
Rubber band wrapped around it?
No rubber band. It's just all willy-nilly, just all loose.
Oh,
just all loose.
Loose?
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Now, is that a Miami thing? My immediate thought was, that's a flex. This guy is showing you, I brought this money, I could very easily leave it locked up in my car.
Yep.
This is coming with me to the gym.
Yeah, I have a reason to take it out of my pocket and just put it down. Of course, that's a flex.
You could very easily leave it in your pocket. I don't want stuff in my pocket, but money, perhaps I might just leave it in there.
Yep, that's putting a bullseye on your back. I don't want those kind of problems.
Is that a Miami specific thing, or is this guy just a cosmic D-bag?
Well, the answer could be yes to both of those things.
Not mutually exclusive.
I wonder if that's a Miami thing, or I wonder if that's a big city thing. I think I would attribute it to that same thing to somebody saying in New York or LA. I don't think it's a Hispanic thing. But big city,
Nobody
yes.
brought up ethnicity, Tyler.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I am. I'm definitely doing that.
Fair enough. It stuck out to me. Now, this is a big Spanish dude, tattoos all down his arm.
Sure.
For me, for some reason, I wonder, even in big cities, in New York City, are they as obsessed with cosmetic beauty as we are here in Miami?
I don't know. I've never lived there.
I don't know either.
It's a big city, and they have a very wide range. I mean, that's the thing. They have such a wide, varying range of different kinds of people, and you have your little cliques everywhere. Where Miami, you can obviously find specific places for specific things, but I think it's one giant organism, which is, it centers around materialism and looking your best, which is why there's so much goddamn plastic surgery down here.
Love it. And it is, unlike New York, it's spread out so much further. So you have the Venezuelans in Doral.
Yeah.
You have, Colombians live over here, but it's miles and miles apart, which New York, of course, is a big city, but it's all so centralized.
Yeah.
They're all in one tiny little spot. I don't know if that's a good welcome to Miami, but it struck me as like, I
want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, that really speaks to insecurity. When I hear it.
You want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
I want to, but
What about this lady?
No doubt, no benefit.
Okay, fading.
All terrible.
We are fading. Miss you, baby. And that is Welcome to Miami.
Nina has not aged well.
You shut up! You shut your mouth!
What'd you find her on OnlyFans? Did you pay her to do that for you?
The moment she walked in, I just had this big giant smile on my face, and I connected with her from I was working a bar job at the time, and I'm not usually like that. I'm usually coy. I usually play hard to get.
Yep. And now he subscribes to her channel.
Now, oh God, I love you. All right, let's do a hear ye, and then we'll take a break. We'll do your GBI, and I think we're gonna be all finished up here.
All right.
Are you ready for hear ye, Tyler?
Let's do it.
I need you. I've never heard that without headphones on before. I'm just raw dogging it. I love it. You are great at that.
Thank you.
Tyler, what is hear ye?
Well, there's certain aspects of society that just are not working. And so Ryan and I, we know what's best for you. We know what is going to make you happy if you live the way that we tell you to. And so we set up rules in hear ye so you know how best to live your life.
I love it. Great job. Now, what's interesting about this one is it is not my hear ye. I have been sent this by street producer Lenny. I did not ask him if I could read this on the air, but fuck him. Mm-hmm. Hear ye. I'm just reading it exactly how he texted to me. Any vehicle with more than 2 axles driving in the left 2 lanes on the highway will be stopped by a special task force that only does this. They will be allowed to drag the driver from the vehicle and bludgeon them to death. No questions asked.
Oh, street producer Lenny's got a dark side.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's the bottom half.
Goodness
It's the
gracious.
southern hemisphere.
That's my favorite half.
What is your thoughts on that hear ye?
Yeah, as long as we're not putting anybody to death, I think that would be a great one.
He said bludgeon them to death. So
bludgeon them to death. I mean, it would get more people off the road. At the same time, I'm against the death penalty. So
welcome to Miami and goodbye. Yeah, but that idea of somebody driving in the leftmost lane going way under the speed limit, that really grinds my gears, Tyler.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am against the death penalty. However, this is hear ye, and it may call for some hypocrisy just to make the world a better place. So
It's not about how we feel, it's about what we know is right.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and have to sign off on that.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay, special task force to stop anybody with more than 2 axles, or I'm going to throw in here going under the speed limit in the left 2 lanes.
Hear ye, hear ye.
I don't feel like you gave that your all, Tyler.
It hurts.
I do wish that there was somebody, some sort of way other than just like the right thing to do to clean up our driving situation, because it can be very frustrating.
How about your car is not allowed to actually turn until you turn on the turn blinker?
No, because the problem with that is down here in Miami, you could never turn because people won't let you in.
People would just be able to. Oh yeah, that's actually a really
You
good
can't.
point.
You got to.
Yeah.
What people don't understand about Welcome to Miami is you got to surprise them. I don't want people thinking, knowing what I'm thinking. You just got to hop in there because they will speed up and they will stop you from getting in.
But I don't mean merging lanes. I mean actually making a turn, because so many people will come to a complete stop in front of you to make a right turn. No fucking blinker on.
Yeah.
What the shit do you think it's for, you jerk?
Yeah, you guys are just jerks. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Tyler's going to give us a good story, a bad story, an interesting story.
That is correct.
And we're going to saunter off into the sunset.
Red circle.
I know everyone says this, but I am genuinely excited to tell you about our newest sponsor, Keen. What is Keen, you ask? I am trying to tell you. Keen is the leading provider of online psychic readings. With more than 35 million successful sessions under their belt, Keen is one of the most trusted providers in the space. I'm talking about tarot readings. I'm talking about love life readings. I'm talking about astrology readings. I'm talking about chakra cleansing and many more areas of expertise. Go to trykeen.com/thoseguys and get your first 10 minutes of any reading for only $1.99. That is crazy. The world is made up of things we don't understand, so expand your horizons while supporting those guys you hate.
Those guys
Welcome to the show that's addicted to brake fluid, but can stop whenever it wants.
you hate.
To my left, Tyler Russian nesting doll Menendez. Tyler, how you been being?
Is that a joke about how much thinner I'm getting through over the months?
No, it's actually about how you're full of yourself.
Those guys you hate.
And we are back, baby. Let me ask you something, Tyler, very quickly before we move forward here. Prices, supply chain problems, all of these things changed the way that we, spent money on things. Everything got more expensive, and it doesn't seem to have gone down. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, of course. Because all the businesses lost so much money during the pandemic. So they said, hey, let's raise the prices more than we normally would to make back what we lost. And then realized, man, why didn't we just do this forever ago?
Nobody's pushing back on it.
Nobody's going to force us to go the other way. So why would we lower prices?
I went to Taco Bell the other day.
Oh, fuck Taco Bell.
And
man.
I got a meal, and it was $12.
Yeah.
That defeats the purpose of Taco Bell. I'm out here eating dog food, and you're going to charge me like I'm eating real people food?
That's what I'm saying. If you're guaranteeing me diarrhea, you should guarantee me a cheap meal. That's all I'm saying.
Why am I spending an arm and a leg for Dariara, Tyler?
And back in the day, if you drove away from Taco Bell with $12 worth of Taco Bell, you had a feast.
It was a grand buffet.
You had a feast.
That's exactly right.
You had 5 people in your car, and you were all splitting that meal.
It was like Pan's Labyrinth with the guy with the eye hands. Yeah. Go to our social media to see what Tyler just did, because it was adorbs. But so we are being gouged. I don't think that's just here. I think that is just across this great land of ours.
We are getting fucked in every which direction, period.
Which is normally a good thing, but here, not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
That is bad, Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
But also not good and kind of interesting, I guess. That's my segue. It's the best I got right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're back with another GBI. Didn't change the sounds. I'll put them in later.
We salute you, my N-word.
We are going to... What?
What?
We are going to jump in with our good immediately. Let's just get started. We're a little rusty. I haven't done this segment other than 2 weeks ago for a very long time.
You're doing great, Tyler.
Now, Ryan, for our good.
Marked. Tyler's trying to learn how to use the computer while the show is going on and mark things so it's easier for later. And,
It's difficult.
it's difficult. You're doing great.
It's difficult.
You play that thing like a maestro.
Now, Ryan, who is Lula da Silva?
Lula da Silva is the head chef at the beautiful restaurant. I don't know who that is, Tyler.
Well, Brazil just stopped listening to us completely.
Sorry.
He is the president of Brazil. We've discussed him in the past.
And how many is a Brazilian?
A lot, Ryan.
Okay.
He is Brazil's president, and when he first got elected, he promised, which is when we discussed him.
His name is Lula.
He promised to bring an end to the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. And under his guidance, so far, deforestation has been reduced by 64%, Ryan.
So at the rate that it was going, it has now come down 64%.
Well, let's say that there is a neutral line of deforestation. Under that twat waffle, I mean former President Bolsonaro, it was up 75% and then dropped down to its average, rate.
Sure.
And then under Lula, it has now dropped 64%.
Okay.
So it has dropped in a significant amount.
That's incredible.
Yep.
The Earth's lungs, how the Amazon has been referred to.
That is correct.
Kind of important. Lungs.
Lungs, I think they're pretty important. I mean, I'm not a doctor or a
Sure.
scientist or
Sure.
a lung expert.
Lungologist.
Yeah. Now, let's do our bad.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys!
Marked. Now, on to another kind of Amazon. Amazon, the company, soulless, all-knowing, all-powerful.
The internet's lungs, Tyler.
I guess you could say that, sure. They have joined SpaceX and Trader Joe's to not only argue against the complaints brought against them by the National Labor Board, the department that looks out for workers and their rights, but they go on to argue that the National Labor Board is unconstitutional in its very existence, Ryan.
I can understand how trying to take care of people could really get in the way of profits.
Yes.
I get that.
And now they are throwing money at a lawsuit to try to dismantle the labor board as a whole. They are trying to completely wipe out every established sector that we have that protects workers and their rights in any way, shape, or form.
We're just riding a flume into hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And
On the almighty dollar.
and the billionaires are taking care of it for us, man.
I love it.
And finally, for our interesting. Oh, that one made me really,
Wow,
really
we're
sad.
shooting through these things.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I mean,
red
it's-
hot butter.
I mean, they're easy. They're simple.
I love it.
A U.S. man, his name, John Cheeks, is suing the lottery since he was told his winning ticket of $340 million was an error, Ryan.
Explain that to me. Because the moment that you say that, this makes me think of the person who gives you the fake scratch-off ticket knowing that it's an issue, and they think they win like $250,000, and then you check the address on where you're supposed to send it to get your money, and it's like 234 Fuck You Street.
Yeah, without a doubt. First of all, impromptu hear ye. If you do that to somebody, you should be bludgeoned to death.
You're allowed to be punched in the face. Everybody hates that person.
Without a doubt. No, you're an evil person. You should never do that to somebody. No, that is not what happened here. Well, first of all, he described the feeling of winning as numb. He felt so good in his winning, his entire body went numb.
I can imagine not being able to process that information.
Without a doubt. Now, when presenting the ticket to the Office of Lottery and Gaming, he said, and I quote, "One of the claims agents told me my ticket was no good and just to throw it in the trash can." I mean, that would just be fucked up.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, I got to look into this. The idea of like, just like being so dismissive of like, you should probably throw this away.
Yeah.
A little kindling.
You're basically saying to somebody, hey, just punch me in the face.
Do me a favor. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Now, a quality assurance team was running tests on the website when the numbers were called. However, on that day, a set of test Powerball numbers, which matched Mr. Cheek's numbers, was posted on the website accidentally, according to court documents. Those numbers remained online for 3 days after the numbers were called.
And how much money did he stand to win?
$350 million.
I was going to say just pay him out, but I can understand not wanting to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine, Mr. Cheeks is now suing. I just love saying Mr. Cheeks.
The lottery has pinched the cheeks.
He is now suing for the amount that he claims he was owed.
How do you think this is going to work out?
It's tough to say because it almost...
Iridescent, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the... Sorry. We had to close that loop. Yeah, we got it. Iridescent, Tyler.
So glad we figured that out.
Sure.
Did it just hit you right now out of
It
nowhere?
did. Yeah, I looked in the computer and iridescent.
Nice.
There we go.
It's hard to say because a lot of these kind of things, it's almost like at a casino. If you hit the jackpot and they claim that the
Machine was broken?
machine was malfunctioning, they can void your winnings, and there's nothing you can do about it.
These people are asking for a John Wick situation.
Sure.
Like these people are inviting in serious trouble.
Without a
That
doubt.
is to take something like that away from somebody is a scary proposition.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, thankfully there are litigious routes you can go through instead of the John Wick route.
I don't know.
You know, so
I'm not sure which one gets you down to the base quicker. Sometimes getting through this red tape, you just got to get in there and get your hands dirty.
Sure.
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm not suggesting that you dirty your cheeks. I'm just saying that I can imagine being very upset.
Oh, without a doubt. You think that this is life-changing, and now it is life-changing just on the other side. It's devastating.
I shit on my boss's desk.
I can't go back in there. So we will see what happens. It's, as I said, especially when you're dealing with the government, I think that this is through the government, the lottery.
Yeah, they're all state run. They pretend like they're helping out schools and whatnot.
Which is total horseshit.
Is
I would assume.
We can review. Yeah.
So that is GBI.
I'm sorry for Mr. Cheeks.
I'm on the side of Mr. Cheeks.
How could you not be? The little man's getting screwed here.
Yeah, and if you guys posted up those numbers, then in my opinion, you should be responsible for it.
But I will say there is a huge difference between being like, hey, we fudged up here. Let's go ahead and just throw the pizza party, and you owe me $350 million.
Sure, and okay, if you thought you were owed $350 million and they were trying to pull this on you, how much money could they give you to make you go away?
Oh, probably not that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Like what?
I mean,
give me a number. Give me a number. Like, what do you think? Like if they said, hey, we'll give you $1 million to leave us alone.
No, when weighing it against $350 million, no, but not that far beyond that because
I have $2.
There is, damn it, Monster, I'm not giving you no true 50. There is a realm where you get nothing, so it is an interesting thing to ponder,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
I wonder what the price is on the other side of just, dude, here's some money, shut the fuck up and go away, please.
I mean, they settle these things all the time, and that will be interesting. I would love to say we'll keep an eye on it, but.
Probably not.
We won't.
And I bet you the lawyer is just licking his lips all the way to the bank, man, because that dude's getting paid no matter what.
That's ugly.
And that is GBI.
Fantastic job, Tyler. You know what? Since that wasn't as long as it normally is, I'm going to slip this in really, really quickly. Weekly Book Note.
Book.
Tyler, I have a likelihood of reading books over and over and over again. What do you think about that?
I do the same thing. I like to
Do you?
reread books. Yeah, because over time I forget the details, but I also remember the way it made me feel. So I get to feel that throughout the entire rereading of the book.
And if you find these pieces of art, like anything that's really great, every time that you experience, you get something different.
Yeah.
And if it's something that you truly love, it does set off those chemicals inside you that hopefully make you feel good.
Definitely.
I just finished listening to the book Gone Girl. Again.
Great book.
Great book.
Yeah, very uniquely written.
I would suggest it to anybody who loves a mystery because what happens with mysteries is they leave you at a what do they call that? At a
precipice?
a cliffhanger, and then your brain instinctually starts trying to figure it out, and that is what gives you these chemicals that make you feel good, generally speaking.
Yeah, agreed.
Dan Brown is a king of this. I was about to say a kink of this. Dan Brown is a king of this. This one, Gillian Flynn, I believe is the woman's name. I hope I have that right. It is written as well as a mystery could ever be written. And halfway through the book, you find out what's really going on, but I would highly suggest it. And if you're into audiobooks, I suggest it even more because it's told by a man and by a woman, each doing their particular spots. Each chapter is read by one or the other. And it is a how-to on how to write what I would say is probably the best mystery book that I've ever read.
Yeah, it's very well done.
It's incredible. Yeah. It is a textbook case of how to do it. I've never seen the movie. I watched the first 5 minutes of the movie, and it's not the way that I saw it in my head.
Sure.
So I hung it up.
The Ready Player One did the same thing where I started it, I watched 5 minutes, I'm like, that's not how the book fucking starts, and then shut it off.
So is Ready Player One, does that based on a book?
Oh yeah. I just reread that book. I just finished it literally a couple days ago. One of my favorite books ever written.
I'm going to read that.
Yeah.
I'm going to read that. I'm
yeah,
interested in it.
A lot of 80s stuff. It's
Genre,
great.
yeah.
It's great.
I love it. So if you're looking for a good book, if you're into audiobooks specifically, Gone Girl, check it out. Great job, Tyler. Great job. Tell the people how to get in touch with us, and I'm going to play another one of these porn sounds.
I'm going to do a weekly book nook as well.
Oh, I am so sorry. I did not mean to step on your plot. It's getting uncomfortable in here.
I really hate that.
We're about to have our own Gone Girl situation.
Really hate
I'm
it.
going to play a couple more before the end.
Next
so I'm
time
sorry.
you send her $100, make sure she says Tyler next time, okay? Please.
Nina, he's starting to catch on.
For my weekly book nook this week, there's actually a new game that just came out, and it has taken the gaming universe by storm.
What's it called?
It is called Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2.
Correct.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the movie Starship Troopers?
Sure.
Yeah, it's an excellent movie, satire about the military, and they go into outer space and they shoot alien bugs and all that.
Is it a satire?
It is a satire. Yes.
What creates a satire? It's
making fun of the subject that you are.
Humorous idea on the point of something.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds about right. And that is basically it. You are a part of obviously the human race, and you are going to other worlds and you drop down on them, and you're fighting these giant bugs. And
sounds pretty awesome
with other people, and you're facing off against machines, and it is so popular right now that I don't even know why I'm telling you guys about this because you can't even play the game at busy times.
Wow,
it is so popular. When they first released it, which was only a couple weeks ago, they were expecting about 50,000 players at any given time, and that's how they set the servers up.
50,000.
50,000 people at any given time, which would be a great run. If you have 50,000 people playing your game at once, you're doing great.
Now, can you put that in context? Like Fortnite, like how many people is that running at its peak? I know I'm asking you something you don't know off the top of your head, but yeah. I'm just asking so I know.
I don't know. I would say hundreds of thousands of people. This one, it was supposed to be 50,000. Less than 2 weeks into it, the concurrent player count is 700,000 people.
So they were off by a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'm not good at math, yeah.
And it got so popular, they had to cap the number of people that can log into the game at any one time. And they're trying to update the servers, but I'm not a coder.
On the fly, yeah.
From what I understand, it's not that simple.
Sure.
You know? So it's become so popular.
It's very interesting.
And it is such a fun game, and it is such a well-made game. And there are what they call microtransactions in it where you can like buy stuff, but
so do you have to buy the game originally?
Yeah, but it's only $40 in a landscape of games that cost $70. It is a masterfully done game. And there, as I said, there are microtransactions, but they are so out of the way, you would never even see them if you didn't want to. I highly recommend it. Just wait maybe like 6 months before you buy it.
I was going to say, I'm going to wait like 3 years and I'm going to give that a go. God of War, heard of it? Pretty good.
And it's all PvE. You fight with other players
super
against
cool.
the computer. You don't face off against other players.
I hate playing against other people. I don't like it.
And it really takes the toxicity out of the game. Everybody's so friendly. They want to help out.
It's like blackjack.
It's
We're all on
awesome.
the same team.
Sure. Yeah. Fuck this dealer guy.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend it.
Very cool.
It's amazing.
Is there any reason why it's so much more popular than they expected, or just because it's a great game?
It's just because it's a great game.
Check that out.
It's much like Fortnite. Fortnite was supposed to be a totally different game, and they released that battle royale arena thing.
Changed the way that video games are made.
Yeah, when they released it, it was just to let people play something while they made the real game, and the battle royale became so freaking popular that just became the game.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
accidental success.
Oh, but they are being crushed by their own success. Like they're getting so much.
It's a good problem to have.
Negative feedback. Oh, better than the alternative. And that was Weekly Book Notes.
Better than Cyberpunk, am I right?
Oh, fucking Cyberpunk.
I'll play that one in 12 years.
Yeah, sure.
Great job, Tyler. Tell them how they can reach out and touch our alien overlords.
Go to thoseguysyouhate.com, and you can find us on YouTube and Instagram.
Yes.
Come on, man.
I can't hear it.
At thoseguys_you_hate, or find us on TikTok at thoseguys_you_hate.
Great job, Tyler. What is the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is if you find somebody in porn that is calling you by name, they're not actually talking to you.
You shut up! Shut your mouth!
They don't know you exist.
We're in love and you don't understand.
Ryan, what's the stupid ass moral of the story?
The stupid ass moral of the story is I can and I will grow my beard out like the guy from God of War. Challenge accepted.
It's ridiculous.
I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but I feel like I could do it. We love you guys. Thank you guys for being here for us.
You got to go through that terrorist phase as you grow that thing out. It gets a little extra long, and it just makes you're going to get picked out of a lineup every single time.
Whatever. I like attention.
Sure.
No big deal.
Sure. Hope you like a finger up your butt, too.
Well, Tyler, you're going to be pretty disappointed here. But thank you guys so much. My moral of the story for real is how much I love you guys, how much I love the Haitian Army, how much I love doing this with you, Tyler. And I would really love for this to take off and become our actual business.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys make it all possible. We're those guys you hate.
Be kind, or we'll kill you.
Yes. Yes, Ryan. Yeah.
All right, Red Circle.
And Red Tyler.
We're started.
How are you, my boy?
I'm good, man. I'm actually wearing.
I don't believe you.
I'm wearing like a robber, like a crime outfit. You know, horizontal stripes, which don't look good on anybody.
I'm also wearing a crime outfit, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a crime of fashion.
Yeah, for sure.
And I look like I would be picked last at an Eyes Wide Shut party.
Butthole wide open. Not helpful. The costumes are back.
Mm-hmm.
The costumes are fun.
They probably should have never come back. This looks terrible.
The costumes are a way for me to be shirtless.
I was just gonna say, Ryan's using this as an excuse to be shirtless. That's all it is.
You ain't wrong, my boy.
Yeah.
And so you are a classic robber. I am a Judge Dredd type policeman.
What?
Well, just something different, like a policeman from a time that hasn't happened yet.
You are not a policeman from a time that hasn't happened yet. I am a criminal who should have one of those balls at the end of a chain attached to his leg.
Yep.
Very old school.
I like
you
that.
look like you should be leading a parade somewhere
What do
in
you
the
mean?
heart of the
America?
gayest neighborhood you could think of.
It is a weird hat. I got this hat at Party City. Why would they sell a hat like this?
For this exact reason.
Gay fashion police. Tyler, you and I are going out of town.
We are on Friday. We're excited.
What do you think about? Are we?
I am. It'll be a lot of fun.
I am too. I don't know why you said it like that.
It's weird that you asked me.
Going out of town.
Yeah.
We're going to New York. We are. What are we doing in New York? What's going on there?
Well, we're going to be cold. We're definitely going to be cold while we're in New York. And then the events are cold dinner. There's cold skating. There's cold bar hopping. There's a theme.
Heavy on the bar hop. The last time I was in New York at this time period, you were with me. We were with Papa Menendez.
Yeah.
And it was so cold that we literally just went from bar to bar. We couldn't. Also, we have raging alcohol issues, but also because we just needed to stay out of the cold.
Well, and half of our group wasn't even drinking. As you just said, it was just to get within the warm climate of some air conditioners.
I had a situation there where I was trying to tough it out, where I felt as though my middle toe had fallen off in my shoe and was just kind of careening around my boot, not unlike one of those mixers in a spray paint can.
Yes, it was making the same sound too.
I love that sound. Underrated sound.
That is an oddly satisfying sound.
Sure, my toe.
It should be a lot of fun, and I haven't been to New York in quite a long time. And it's, that's one of those cities, I assume, much like Vegas, it's one of those cities where you go for a weekend and then you get the fuck out.
Is there a place where you want to stay for more than 4 days? I mean,
well, if you go like overseas, you want to, no?
I miss my toilet.
What?
I don't like other toilets. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
What about when you went to that place up in New England? You loved that place.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
What
was that called? Like Paradise?
Provincetown.
Provincetown.
This hat would have crushed.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Provincetown, but it would be hard to wear while I was wearing one of those dog masks.
Yeah, they would have made you their king basically if you're wearing that hat.
For sure, short king.
Yeah.
What is the deal with those dog masks, by the way? Provincetown, a place right outside. It's in
Massachusetts.
It's right up, but next to Boston.
Okay.
And it is run by the gays, and it's incredible. I love it. All they do is eat ice cream and sit by the beach during the day, and then wear dog masks and fuck unconventionally at night.
What do you mean dog mask? What does that mean?
I was hoping that you would be able to give me more information on it. It's almost like the face of like a Doberman or something, and it was very prevalent there.
What?
And it's like a white mask. Weekend review. We're gonna have to check this out. I'm gonna have to show it to you. It has some sort of homosexual connotation.
So it's a literal dog mask.
It's a literal dog mask.
Oh,
It goes on your face like most masks do.
Okay, but like one of those TikTok filters or whatever, where it turns the face into a dog.
No,
you literally put it on your face and it looks like the mouth of a dog.
Exactly right. But it's covering your whole face. We'll find out because I don't have anything to really add to this. I thought you would know.
No, I have. Are you kidding me? Look at the mask that I wear.
Sure.
I don't know the first thing about a stylish mask.
Look at the mask that I wear. Heterosexual.
Yeah.
So
that's what he calls his beard.
It's a whole subgenre of homosexuality to my understanding.
I'm good with just the genres I'm into. I don't need subgenres.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's like how I won't click on transvestite porn. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've got enough. I don't need more.
I don't want to know how deep the rabbit hole goes, if you get my meaning.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Now, cold as fuck. How do you do with the cold, Tyler?
Obviously, as long as I have something to bundle up in, I'm good. I'm totally fine with that. I don't mind 30-degree weather as long as I can put on a jacket.
You know what I did is I went to go buy something to wear underneath. What do they call that? Long johns. And I couldn't find that, so I bought Under Armour. Under Armour has like their own version of long johns.
There you go.
So I bought the shirt that keeps in the heat, and I bought the pants. But instead of the pants, I got just the regular. Like the regular Under Armour, like it's like long boxer shorts, basically. I bought the wrong ones.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping you would get like the long cotton ones that had the butt flap in the back.
Good night, John Boy. But the problem is, I don't want to take them back. Unfortunately for you, I feel like I'm going to wear those things around the house. They're very nice.
First of all, God damn it.
Yeah.
Second of all, we're not returners very often.
Yeah.
We don't turn, like if we buy it, we're basically like reverse Amazon, where if we buy it, we're just like, well, keep the shit because we don't want it back.
This is going into my closet. 80% of the clothes that I buy, I will never wear. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They just don't work for me, and I'm not wearing them. This hat, though, boy, am I going to use this hat.
You've worn it a little bit more than is needed. And I assume, I saw it on the coffee table downstairs. I assume when you brought your son over the other day, you put it on for him. I assume.
I believe you're calling the cops down on us here, but yes, it's something I'm proud of. I don't know why. It
is very strange.
So gay. And I don't mean that as a pejorative. I love the hat.
No, that's what I'm saying. You, and I mean this sincerely.
I don't like whatever is about to come my way.
You fit all the criteria of the gayest man I know, except for the fact that you like vagina.
The wieners,
it's so strange.
Wieners are gross. But damn, do I love hanging out with the boys.
And let's be honest, so are vaginas. Vaginas are gross.
What is it about vaginas that get me going? Because yes, if you give all the descriptors, I'd be like, it's a skin hole. Like I'm gonna avoid that, a bloody skin hole. But I love it. There's something about it.
Bloody skin hole.
Yeah.
That's great, buddy.
Yeah. Why can't I find lasting relationships?
I know. Come to our show for anatomy lessons.
Now,
play us in your 5th grade class.
This is something that I'm going to explain to all of those bloody skin holes out there. One thing that I have recognized about myself, okay, is if you ask me to go do something, if you say, hey, Ryan, do you want to, and then fill in the blank with anything, as long as it is more than 2 weeks away, I will say yes to anything.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Did we? What did we talk about?
You said that you make plans. It was all about the cold plunge. You'll make plans, and then when it shows up, you don't want to do it.
Well, that's what pissed me off about Mel is she's like, oh, you want to go do a cold plunge? And I'm like, fuck yeah, that would be awesome. All the rage right now. The ice baths are a huge thing. Wim Hof, that guy knows what he's doing. And then she texts me back and she's like, all right, I set this up for Saturday. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
why would you do that?
She pissed you off.
Yeah.
She pissed you off.
Get your shit together,
You
Mel.
agreed to it.
But as long as it's more than 2 weeks away, I'll say yes to anything. And then when it happens, I'm like, how? What?
As if it was done to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, by past Ryan. So are you that way or are you...
oh, no, I say no to everything.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually gotten really, really good at only saying yes to things that I want to do because I was very much that way.
I think I want to do everything.
I just didn't want to tell people no. I felt really bad about saying no and I would just like give in or whatever and just be like, yeah. Now... The power of the word no is so important in our daily lives. Just being able to say no. You don't owe anybody an explanation. If you don't want to do something, you just say no. That's it.
And what if they're like, why?
You can give them an explanation or you could just say, I just don't feel like doing it. You don't owe anybody anything. Unless you owe them something, then you should follow through.
You're a robber. You don't pay anybody back anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got this ball and chain around my ankle.
He's talking about his wife. Hey!
Oh, Rodney Dangerfield over
Who
here.
am I elbowing? There's no one here. All right, and finally, Tyler, you got anything for pregame?
Not really.
Yeah, you said that with a little disgust in your voice.
No, I meant it in the sense of I probably should have, but I don't.
No.
But I don't have anything.
I know you normally don't. I always just like to give you an option just in case you do. Sometimes you do.
Preach.
You have made a recommendation to me. One of the greatest things about never playing video games in my life for a very long span is that now some time has elapsed and you can tell me all the great ones that I missed. So you suggested to me to play God of War. God of War? Awesome.
Pretty good.
Really, really good. And right in my wheelhouse with the guy and his son. Do all of them feature his son?
Yeah. Well, the two most recent ones do.
Okay.
The past ones, it was all about him being the literal god of war, trying to become it, and just massacring everybody.
The way that you're fighting these people that are like 10 times bigger than you and stuff is just epic.
Yep. And
I'm using that. You okay over there?
It's an itchy mask. It's an itchy mask. You can remove the ball and chain. This is crime enough against my face.
I like it. It kind of has the notches around your eyes that are very expressive, not unlike Batman. You know what I mean?
Kind of, but I mean, this is like a knockoff Batman mask. It's ridiculous. Batman couldn't fight shit with this on his face.
Why would he be fighting shit? Like stomach issues?
Well, if it's like New Orleans or San Francisco, there's some
Batman versus E. coli.
There's some literal shit on the street to fight.
Yeah, Batman just running loose in San Fran. So what I'm thinking is this, as an homage to as I play God of War, what do you think about me growing my beard out like him?
There's no way you'd be able to grow your beard out like him.
Why not?
Well, first of all, you would finish the game long before you ever got your beard that long.
Is that true?
Of course it is.
No.
How long do you think it would take you to finish the game?
How long do you think it takes for me to grow out my beard?
That long to that length? Months. It would take you months, maybe shortly under a year. It's not going to take you that long to beat the game.
No way.
Dude, that is a very long beard that he has.
Challenge
Oh, boy.
accepted, Tyler.
okay.
I'm just going to start pushing. Can you hear my chains?
Yeah.
Can you hear my chains?
Yes, we can.
Let's do the show.
Yeah.